welcome to Students Matter, holistic support for student success. I'm Laura Vanzal, and I'm so glad you're joining us for this special fireside chat. Here at Miami Dade College, we know that education doesn't just happen in a vacuum. Life happens inside and outside of the classroom, and that's where holistic student support services come in. These supports are about meeting students where they are, addressing not just their academic needs, but everything that impacts a student's ability to succeed. Wellness, housing, mental health, food security, and there's so much more. The month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Over the next 30 minutes, you'll hear from some of the amazing people who lead this work at MDC and even hear directly from our students who have benefited from these services. Whether you're a student, a staff member, or part of the community, we hope you'll leave with a better understanding of how MDC is building a culture of care, one student at a time. To start us off, I'm joined by Janet Mapp, the director of MDC's Single Stop, and Melanie Garcia, a student from Miami Dade College, who has directly benefited from some of the services provided here at the college. Thank you so much for being here. What exactly do we mean when we talk about holistic services for students?
Thank you for having me, Laura. Holistic services are services that provide help to our students. It's making sure that our students graduate. We want to make sure once a student gets in these doors that they're successful. We have students who have challenges with paying for books. We have students who can't get to and from school because they don't have a bus pass. We have students who need mental health counseling. We have a food pantry on our campus, on every campus, that supports students to make sure housing and food security is not an issue. So we try to make sure that our students have what they need to succeed while they're here. And that involves a whole team of people, right? So from the very top to the bottom, students know about our program. We have to make sure that our students know that it's here to support them, to help them, and to guide them while they're here.
Absolutely. Sounds amazing. So students receive comprehensive services holistically to support them while they're in classes and in school.
Absolutely.
Sounds amazing. So these aren't cookie cutter services, right?
No.
They're designed to be a little bit flexible and tailored to each individual student?
Exactly, yes. So some students that we serve may come in for, applying for food stamps.
Right.
And while they're here, they learn that we offer free bus passes. So we're able to help our students to get a bus pass.
Right.
Students may also come in for, needing help to access, tutoring. We know where to send them. We want to make sure that our students have mental health counseling when they need that, because sometimes our students get scared or overwhelmed or just need guidance sometimes. Sometimes our student just needs someone to talk to. And I want to believe that Single Stop, that's a college-wide program, is here to serve all students. Our goal is to make sure that every student that walks through the door of Miami-Dade College know that there's a program here to support them that provide holistic wraparound services to make sure that they can get what they need when they're here so they can graduate. We have lots of students that work in our office. We have student assistants, we have volunteers, and we want to make sure that everyone that comes in, that our volunteers and our student assistants can help them and that can guide them and provide mentorship and support for them so they're successful. Sometimes we have students who walk in and they walk in just to get a service and they end up being a volunteer, like my student here, Melanie.
Yes.
And that's one of our, one of our biggest, pleasures is actually working with students who come, identify a need, and then come in and also want to help others. And, it's a great opportunity. I'm blessed to be in this role because I get to work directly with students, and I help to think that I help to, help them to make some decisions sometimes about not just academics, but their career choices and their future.
Right, yeah, it sounds wonderful. It sounds like a one-stop shop for anything that the student may need in order to have them be successful in school. And they have that support, whether, like you said, it's with tutoring or a bus pass or transportation, food insecurity, all those different components.
Yep.
Make the whole student, right? And it's wonderful to hear that they're being supported this way.
Absolutely. And in addition to that, we do offer student emergency aid, which is aid up to $500 per semester, $1,000 in the academic year for students who go through hardship. Right. Whenever a student is, life happens, like we know, right? We may get a flat tire on our way to school. We may not be able to pay our phone bill or our light bill. Our lights get cut off. So the emergency aid is an aid that helps our student to get back on track,
Right.
so they could focus on what's most important, which is, their education and graduating and getting a better future for themselves. Alongside, we work with Educate Tomorrow, which is a non-for-profit organization here in Miami, and they provide a lot of holistic wraparound support for those students as well when it comes to students who are housing insecure, who are been affected by foster care.
Yes.
And so we've had a relationship with them for the last over 10 years, and we continue to do that, and we want to make sure that all students get a fair chance. The motto here is opportunity changes everything.
That's right, yeah.
And we want to make sure we continue to do that in our single stop office. And every student that walks through our door, we want to make an impact on them.
Yes, it sounds wonderful, and it seems like the work is being done, and it sounds amazing. Hi, welcome, Melanie. So nice to have you here with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Can you share a little bit about how Single Stop and MDC's holistic services supported you and gave you some help while you were in college and while you were in school?
I came to Single Stop because I had an emergency at home and I couldn't pay my internet bill to continue my work for my first semester. So I heard from a friend that Single Stop could help.
Okay.
So I ended up my direction towards them. I asked them if there's any way, at least, because it's my first semester, brand new student.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything, and I really was struggling to get my classes done, and my grades were getting affected. They told me there was something called emergency aid. They showed me in the computer how to apply, how to fill in, and to wait for my result. That $500 did help. Ended up with my internet. I passed my first semester.
Excellent.
I ended up with good grades. I ended up succeeding. And I decided, because I like the environment, how they were, how they talked, how they help people. Because, again, I was the first year, didn't know anything. Only one friend helped me out. They were working there. So I decided I wanted to join them.
Right.
Because I want to
They made you feel comfortable.
I want to have the same impact that they did to me, to other students.
Great.
And I saw how much it helped me, so I wanted them to have the same opportunity, help. And then I found out they have more things. Bus pass, mental health. I also did mental health because I was struggling and I needed that help.
As many people do.
As many people, we needed that help. And then I decided I wanted to be like them. So I joined, and now I'm a volunteer.
Great.
Half a year now, and I help many people.
Great. I'm so happy to hear that. That's wonderful, Melanie. Thank you so much for sharing. Do you think you could give a little bit of advice to some students that perhaps may be hesitant to look for some of these services? They may need services, but are a little bit shy or not so comfortable coming forward and asking for these services. Any advice that you can give them?
Yeah, don't be afraid. Everybody struggles with something. Everybody needs help with something.
Right.
And if you really do need help, and each of our campuses, we do have a single stop open for you.
Right.
You don't have to come in with your issue. If you have a little question beforehand, before telling people, you say, hey, do you have this? Do you offer bus pass, or do you offer mental health? And if you don't feel comfortable talking in front of the whole office, you can say, hey, can I please talk to you one-on-one, or one with a coordinator? Or, I need just to tell you something. I'm like, we will be open because we're here to help you, not to make fun of you or to make you struggle more.
Thank you to you both. We're taking a short break. When we come back, we'll have more on this topic.
At Miami Dade College, we care about your well-being. The Mantra Hub offers a variety of free wellness services designed to support you. Connect with peers through peer-to-peer support. Reach your goals with a dedicated emotional wellness coach and learn science-backed life skills for difficult situations. Need therapy? Meet one-on-one with an experienced provider or get immediate help through Connect Now, a service offering support via video 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Take the first step toward wellness today. Visit Mantra Hub at MDC.
Welcome back. Joining me now are two student leaders who have been directly supported by these services. Not only do they personally know how important these services are, but they're also student leaders who have made it their mission to promote holistic student support to other students at the college so that they too can take advantage of what Miami Dade College has to offer. I have Kamaira Lusant and Matthew Rodriguez here joining us. Welcome, Matthew and Kamaira. We'd like to hear a little bit about how the holistic services that Miami Dade College offers has affected you both personally.
Hi, good morning, Laura. Thank you for having us today.
Absolutely.
It's an honor. Personally, for me, when I came into Miami Dade College, I was going through an extremely hard time in my life.
Okay.
I had just lost my grandmother 2 weeks before.
Wow.
And I didn't necessarily know what to do with myself. I was her caretaker, and I questioned why was I at Miami Dade College. A lot of my decisions were orbited around her.
Right.
So I was speaking to a few of my mentors when they connected me with Single Stop, and they informed me of the mental health services. And they were able to say, hey, if you are still struggling, which I was within my classes, you can go speak to your professor, you can speak to your deans. And they took me step by step. And I think that beautifully exemplifies the community and the holistic opportunities and that Miami Dade College has to offer, being able to say, I see you're here. I may not be able to directly help you, but I can connect you to someone. And our programs and everything of that sort allows us to do so. And as a student leader, I think that was something that I pushed a lot within the college or within my role to ensure that students know that I may not be able to directly help you, but I can connect you to someone who can connect you to someone.
Yeah,
We're
and that's great, because sometimes you're not the person that has the capacity to help, but you can put that person in the right hands.
Yes.
So that's something that you've learned, what they did for you, and now you're doing for others, it sounds. So that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Great. Matthew, how has Miami Dade College's support services helped you in your journey and upon graduation?
Right, Laura. It's like Kamara was saying, it's about that connection. When I first came into Miami Dade College, to be honest, I didn't have a reliable source of transportation.
Okay.
So it was a student leader who connected me to Single Stop and told me about their bus pass program.
Great.
And when I heard about that, I'm just like, I could get free bus services or bus pass card. And once I connected with Single Stop, I was able to get reliable transportation through the bus pass program that they have there.
That's great.
And that helped me get to from campus, other campuses.
Very good. Yeah, absolutely. Transportation creates a barrier sometimes with getting to school and succeeding. So the bus passes are definitely a great way to help students, and I'm so happy that you were able to take advantage of that. Sounds wonderful. And you are now promoting these programs to other students so that they can receive the same type of help?
Certainly. As a student leader, it's all about connecting people to those that could actually help them.
Right.
So students who come in for the first time, first generation students like me, they don't know about these services. So I think it's incredibly important to show these students who are just coming in, and of course the students who are already in the college, about these services that could benefit them so much.
Great. Yes. Thank you. Kamira?
And it also helps us allow our students to build resilience, to be able to
Absolutely.
see these programs, acknowledge the adversity or challenge that they are facing, and know there is a way out. And I know that this is something they will continue to carry with them past MDC.
Thank you so much, Kamira and Matthew, for being here with us today and sharing your stories. You guys have definitely shown how you've succeeded through college, and it's wonderful to know that you are not only using the services, but also promoting those services as student leaders amongst other students. So thank you so much for being here. You were wonderful. Your stories are great.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Taking another break. When we return, more on this topic. Stay tuned.
At Miami Dade College, we get it. Life can be a lot. Need a bus pass? Food? Someone to talk to? You're not alone. MDC's got your back with free support for whatever you're facing. Mental health, housing help, emergency cash. It's all here. So don't wait. Reach out. Your success matters, and we're here to walk with you. Go to mdc.edu/student wellness.
Welcome back. Joining me on this segment, we have Dr. Jaime Anzalota, Vice Provost of Student Affairs and Chief Enrollment Officer. And we also have one of our students, Melanie Reyes. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, Laura.
Absolutely. Dr. Anzalota, can you please speak a little bit about why holistic support services are so important here at MDC?
So absolutely, Laura. And once again, thank you for having us. Great idea in having this show to really promote the services that we have available at Miami Dade College. So we're very aware that when a student attends college, they come with a different set of needs. Oftentimes, individuals think that the success is solely academic, However, there is a deep understanding at Miami Dade College that students need support outside of the classroom to really support them in order for them to be able to complete.
Right.
One of the things that we started at the college about 4 years ago was a basic needs survey. And the survey was instrumental in hearing from students themselves what they needed to be successful.
Okay.
Oftentimes as administrators, we think that we have all the answers. So it was very important for us to hear and humanize the student voice.
Right.
So the survey breaks down different areas of need. And as a result of that particular survey, we then come together and create these services for our students.
Great.
Something I think that sets us apart from many other institutions is that students are at the helm of these services. They tell us what they need, how much they need it, and then based on the service, we're able to gauge how do we add, tweak, or even delete what we think our students need.
Right. So it's a truly student-centered approach where it's tailored to meet their needs where they're at.
And Laura, I'll give you a perfect example of how students are at the helm of this initiative. When we first started with the mental health services, we thought that 7 sessions were enough.
Right.
And then we had students that told us 10 sessions would be ideal. So we work with Dr. Lourdes Perez, she's our director of wellness, and we're able to increase the free sessions for students to 10.
Great.
So now every single student at Miami Dade College that wishes to receive mental health services, whether it be online or in person, they receive 10 free sessions at any time during the term.
Amazing. That's wonderful. So mental health services seems to be a huge priority at the college and elsewhere. So can you walk us through, in addition to the 10 sessions that are received for each student, what other mental health services might be available to students?
Absolutely. So when we think about wellness, wellness is really holistic, right? It's truly mind, body, and soul.
Yes.
So through the mental health services that we have available and through our student wellness, we look at the student in a holistic form. What is it that is preventing you from succeeding? Right. Is it perhaps that you have issues paying your bills? Mm-hmm. Is it that you're stressed because you do not have the knowledge in how to take a test? So by these services, we truly break down and we offer the student that support in whatever area they may need throughout the semester. Something as simple as meditation. Well, meditation has been very healing. I mean, our students love sessions on meditation. I remember when the idea first came up, no one wants to attend meditation, right? But we've seen, once again, that the services that we thought would fail the least are the ones that are failing the most.
Right.
So it's really having an open mind, but I would say, Laura, an open heart.
Okay.
An open heart and really listening to students like Melanie, and once again, thank you for being here, in letting us know how to guide and how to move forward with this initiative.
Excellent. It sounds wonderful. Thank you so much.
Well,
thank you so much, Melanie, for being here as well. And I understand that you have been supported very much by the holistic services that MDC provides. So can you share a little bit about how some of those services have helped you?
Yes, of course. Thank
Great.
you for having me here
Absolutely.
one more time.
Absolutely.
So emergency aid helped me in several ways because I was going through a lot of things this semester, and when I received the $500, I was able to pay my rent, my car insurance. So I put aside, my emotions, all my stress, and that was helping me. And for the other side, I'm a student assistant here at Miami Dade College at Single Stop. I work, as a student assistant, and I'm able to guide other students and share with them all the resources that we have. So we also have the food pantry. We could go once in a week, so we could pick like 10 items. And if we made the math, we save almost $50. So that also helped me and all the students.
Absolutely. A lot of times it's hard when you have financial stress to focus on your studies. So to have a food pantry available where you can get food and not have to worry about it, and to be able to get some of these services like emergency aid to clear up some of those stressors in your life so you can focus back on your education sounds wonderful.
And it's so funny, Melanie, as I hear you speak, it truly reminds me when I was a student at Miami Dade College. And I will never forget that Bobby had applied for food stamps because we were struggling financially, and we did not know how to complete an application.
Right.
And had I had a single staff office when I was a student, I could totally relate when you were saying that it lessens stress and you're able to focus on your schooling.
And make it balanced.
Of course. I mean, I know firsthand what it's like to struggle, right? What it's like to be struggling emotionally and not have the money to pay for a therapist.
Right.
Not have the money to go to the grocery store, not be able to fill up my tank. I mean, I was 30 when I was able to fill up my gas tank. So the fact that we have services like emergency aid, the fact that we have services like free mental health services, truly allows students to
Take advantage.
and focus on their education.
Right, absolutely.
Which is really what the only thing that they should focus on. But that's what I love about Miami Dade College, right? The level of resilience, Melanie, and really when I hear you speak, it reaffirms our why. The why we do what we do, the why we wake up, and your ability to speak about your story without shame and have dignity, it's something that resonates and it's so powerful.
It's inspiring.
It really is.
It really is inspiring. You've done a wonderful job, and it seems like you've really used the resources available to you to be able to thrive, and you're doing wonderful. So thank you so much for sharing that information with us. Is there any advice that you may like to share with other students that might be struggling, going through a hard time, and may feel shy or not know how to ask for help? What advice could you give them?
My advice for them is don't be ashamed. We have people that they really want to help you in the college. I have my coordinators when I just came to the college. They was giving me, they was explaining me all the resources that we have. You are not by yourself. You have, the right people that will help you to get onto, the point.
Absolutely. You don't have to go through college alone. You can you have a support system here to help you. Thank you so much, Melanie, for sharing that information with us. We really appreciate that. Is there anything else that you would like to add, Dr. Ansalota?
Well, Laura, I just really want to tell our students and really anyone watching that it's okay to ask for help, right? And it's also very important to say that all services are confidential.
Yes.
Right? I learned very early on in my career that there's no need to be ashamed of your story, but embrace your story.
Right.
And part of that is understanding when it's okay not to be okay, and the help is there. We created these services to support students, and what better way to do it than by serving them based on whatever they need. So thank you for this opportunity.
Absolutely.
Melanie, thank you for this opportunity, and to our students, we're here to help, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ansalota and Melanie, for being here today and sharing with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
What a powerful reminder that college is not only coursework, it's about community, care, and connection. At MDC, all of these services, counseling, coaching, peer support, and more are free for students. So don't wait. Support is here for you whether you're facing challenges or you just want to build healthy habits. Visit your single-stop office, check out the MDC Wellness platform, or talk to an advisor. Remember, you don't have to do college alone. We're here to walk with you every step of the way. For more information about our wellness support, go to Student Wellness at Miami Dade College. Thanks for joining us for this fireside chat. Until next time, thank you for watching.